No, Kazuichi, I don't need to know your reasons. I don't need to know your fetishes. Oh, hey everyone, Cheshire the Cat on the scene with more Danganronpa 2, the final case file. Let's go.
Bastard, you better cut it out.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
No?
No matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I
Cheshire,
also agree with
please.
that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monomi's sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed.
Power cord thing was covered in blood too. Yeah.
But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Yeah, really.
Everyone working together.
Maybe it was a switch or something. It's weighted on one end.
All right, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, it doesn't.
If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail? I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed. What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
Why is this suddenly so perverted? But no, there is a contradiction there.
Stab himself with a spear.
Let's work together.
When the spear stabbed his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left.
No.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Okay. So, if he was holding the spear by its cord, and then was tied up, and then let it go. The dude can do whatever he wants. Yeah. When I can just, like, he's gripping something.
I see! When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm, and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his...
Here's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Why the front
Now
tail
that you
jokes?
mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
The cord.
I see!
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding onto the cord.
That's why there's a section of the cord that's clean
Wasn't
when
no
it's
weight
splattered
on the
with
tip of
blood.
the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too.
Except for one section that was
The
clean.
joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
Actually,
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
yeah, no. Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand. From there, how would he stab himself with the stomach of the spear? The steel girder.
Seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time? At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean? Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, could it be? The state of the spear and the fact that Nagito was holding the tip cord attachment, put those together and I think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was before it stabbed Nagito. Alright, is this a logic dive or a hangman's gambit? Logic dive. Alright, time to race. 2, 1, go. Whoop. Where was the spear just before it impaled Nagito? Above Nagito. That's easy enough. Ow. Ow. Off. Come on. Besides the spear, what else was above Nagito? Ceiling girder. So he had the thing wrapped around in a cord. That's why there's a blood stain on the girder itself. Because by the time the spear killed him, he would have let it go, and it would have left the blood stain across the girder. Blood stain? Blood stain. Oh. Easy. Whoop! Whoops. Okay, okay. Whew! Item connects both the spear to the ceiling and the girder. The spear's cord. Easy. I showered. This is such a weird game. Oh yeah, it is.
It's all coming together. The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd
No.
be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
And then he would have set up the lighter to try and get rid of the evidence and kill all of them.
Serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide?
Nagito's ultimate luck kicked in with the sprinklers.
Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
Yeah.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right? Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Oh my god.
That far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I'm starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it up until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
In a way, he did.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
To buy him time.
He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
And also to have everyone close
He's
enough.
a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him, so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Well, say it. I think it's a mistake to assume Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...?
What are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Already?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You're right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to read such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a
One
sec.
second.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death and something...
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence that he couldn't mess with. No, that's alright. Wait.
Crap!
Oh, the poison. This?
Crap!
Nope. Maybe... Let me see, no.
I see! Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I just took a guess.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Komoeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki's worried about is... the time of death? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh. Cause of death. Ah. Oops. Ah. Shoot. Crud. Yay! Yo! Aw, crap. No, that's not what I... There! He was humped to death. He was a virgin before he died, but not afterwards. He was humped to death. Bruh!
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Yeah. Not only is there a spear stabbed in the stomach, there are multiple wounds. Furthermore, there's laceration. Yeah, there's no specific cause of death. It just lists all of them. Like it doesn't even know what happened. Sorry about that. He's still alive, just sleeping. Boy.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
No.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it.
Naps, thank you for gifting Scorpio a sub! You absolute mad wolf! You absolute mad wolf! Thank you so much! But still...
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
The fifth?
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
No. There is more to it. There's gotta be more to
I
it.
mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Shut up, Bear. As if you'd know what friendship actually is.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
And continue this we shall in the next episode. Until then, YouTubers, this cat will be seeing you later. Till then, take care, ta-ta for now.